Live from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Podcasting around the world. You're listening to the GloucesterCast podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro.
We're live?
We're live.
Welcome. We got a
Morning.
huge cast today. It's GloucesterCast 447. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of us. So we're still legit. 9 of us.
It's still legit.
No, because it's like a restaurant thing. You
Yeah.
have 10 at a table.
Yeah.
So we're good.
We just call this a protest.
This is a protest, a peaceful protest. No fires, no
No fires.
looting.
No looting. We're all in love.
We're all in love.
Don't burn your bra.
No bra.
No bra burning. So we're going to go over one of the things we have 3 very generous gifts this week for people that share. So you guys are also you could win the prize too if you do what we do. What happened, Pat? You didn't have a pen?
Chris borrowed it, and I'm borrowing it back, so I can keep track of.
So the way we do. Wow! Did you see my bald head just now? Look at that bald spot.
Yeah. I can see it right
Oh,
now.
Between the two
I
of
can
us.
see 2 from here.
You're sitting next to each other. It's
Yeah, I might
Throwing
as well
everything
just,
on.
I might as well just take it down.
Joey, do the show in reverse this week. You know,
What's
let's turn all the way around.
Oh God, that was horrible. All right, so 3 gifts. Chris, if you could do me a favor, that one right there. So Fathia gave us this gift right here, which is a YMCA gift ball, but inside is a $10 gift certificate for Dunkin' Donuts. So if you share the podcast and write shared on the Facebook, on the post, on the blog, oh my goodness, on the Facebook live stream, Pat will take your name down and there'll be 3 prizes. That's number 1. Number 2, Donna Artizzoni generously donated super high quality. I don't know if you'll be able to see the level of fuzziness right here.
The level of fuzziness.
It is really awesome. These are her. This is her design. Chris, you gonna help me right here, buddy?
Oh, yeah.
All right. And beach towel. So this is a big.
They are very nice. We bought some as gifts, and they were much appreciated, and they're really, really nice. The quality is really good.
Very plush. Would you say plush?
Plush, very nice.
Very plush.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
Nicole,
that's the first time I've ever seen Joey and Chris share a beach towel.
Thank goodness it's the only time you've seen that.
yeah. I think that-
And from Stop and Shop, we have some pickles.
Oh, not pickles, no. No, Pauline Bresnahan with a dipshit. We got some dipshit right there. So it's also from Big Cock Ranch. We made some up last week for football. Little sour cream, you mix it up. Couldn't be easier. It's delicious stuff. So go if you're watching. Can you give us are the people watching right now?
Yeah.
Has
yeah.
anybody checked in?
Oh, yes. We have Joey Foote is with us.
Hi, Joey.
Mary Chula is with us.
Shula.
Shula. Darn it. I'm sorry,
Your
Mary.
orders.
Brenda Grimes Davis.
No, that means it's-
Paula Ryan O'Brien. Michael Berlino.
Bird.
regular.
Andrew Weiner.
From Starling's Drugstore.
It says GMG to GMG.
Good Morning
Good Morning
Gloucester to
Gloucester.
Good Morning Gloucester.
Oh, okay. Very good. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing so
So-
far.
So if
Arlie Pett. Good morning, Arlie.
another regular. So if you share it and you write shared, you're entered. You have a pretty good chance.
I already have 4 on here.
4 shares.
Mhm.
Did any of you guys share it so far?
I've shared. I didn't know
Did
I was
you get-
supposed to write shared though, but I did
Yeah.
share.
Well, you have to write shared to count.
Oh, you know, do it again.
I'm tired. I
But
can't
the
keep
McCarthy's,
I
you
can't keep
gotta step aside.
J.T. Ho from Fort Walton Beach is saying hello.
JT Ho.
That's what it says.
That's
Lois Ann Whitmarsh Hamilton. Hi, Lois. It's nice to see you again. Welcome back.
So we're gonna do it.
Pauline Bershman.
Pauline Bresnahan with us. Thank you for the gift, Pauline. So we have Pat Dalpiaz is doing the keyboard today.
Yep.
and the comments. Paul Horowitz is with us.
Good morning, Gloucester.
Scotty back there.
Good morning.
Chris McCarthy.
Good morning, Gloucester, and Joe, happy birthday. I wasn't here last week.
I appreciate what you
Wish you a
got.
happy
The
birthday.
pickles. I'm gonna have the pickles later on.
Pickles. I got him pickles and syrup. Good combo.
He's expecting. So.
We have Ann Malloy directly behind me. Am I right? Ann Malloy
Yeah.
right back there. You can see
Yeah.
it. Wait, is Ann? We gotta
That's a
readjust
little
it.
bit hidden by you.
All right, you got Ann. You gotta move.
She
so that-
doesn't mind
Yeah.
moving
If
to
you
her
can-
right. Just, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
perfect right there. Sal Zarelli to my. Is Sal in the shot?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Okay, Sal's in the shot. Nicole is off camera.
Morning.
Hi, Nicole.
Story of her life.
I know, right?
What do you?
Always a bridesmaid,
Hey.
bride. But we do have
Bring
our
the finger.
matching,
There it
right?
is. Well, yeah, that was your right there. So we got that. And Jimmy Dalpiaz is over there.
Jimmy D.
Good morning,
Well,
Gloucester.
Jimmy's on lookout. So we got that going. Chris is fresh from Cabo San Lucas,
Yes, si, senor.
and you got a nice tan.
Yeah, thank you. Some of that's high blood pressure, but
So what I'm eager to hear about is what travel was like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering about that.
Because I have a trip booked to Mexico in a couple
You
of months.
do?
Yes,
Nice.
some other people in this room might be going on that trip.
nice, nice.
What was it like? Is it a nightmare? Would you recommend it? Would you say don't do it if you're a nervous person?
Yeah, no, I thought it was uneventful. It was the first time that I had traveled since March, so it felt different when you don't travel for that. I mean, when you're traveling all the time, and then you finally get back onto a plane, it's like, wow,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm on a plane. But the when we checked our bags, that was probably the busiest area. There wasn't really a whole lot of social distancing going on there, but once we got through security, every other seat in the terminal is blocked off, so they don't want people sitting together. When we got on the plane, they handed us a little bag with the biscotti cookies, a little bottled water, and a hand wipe. And then that was it for the service. They didn't have the cart going up and down in the plane.
Hey, just back up a second. When you went through security,
Yeah.
did they have like, okay, you can go, or you had to wait back, or
No,
I mean,
was the
sometimes
same
security, you know
process.
how people just quickly, he just want to
Yeah.
get on the belt.
No, it's the same process. That was no different. And then you had to wear your masks on the plane, which was odd. I'm having a tough time now just wearing it and trying to breathe and talk. So you could take it off, obviously, to drink and eat your biscotti cookies, but then you had to put it back on.
What if you bring a box of biscotti cookies with you? You take your mask off.
I think so. I think so. If you're a frequent eater, then you're fine. I would suggest that you
A lot of
bring
biscottis.
a bag full of snacks, and you can't be yelled at because you're eating. But customs was interesting. You know how busy customs generally gets.
Yeah.
That there was no social distancing for customs. But again, everyone had their masks on. When we did show up at the hotel, our luggage was disinfected. They had disinfecting machines. So for those of you who enjoy traveling, I would say travel.
Yeah.
What was, when you were at the Hard Rock, when you were at the resort, what was the policy for?
So the policy was when you're indoors, wear masks, and I'd say 80% of the people obeyed that. I think the amount of alcohol they had probably
Okay, yeah.
had a direct correlation between whether they were wearing their mask inside or not. I fit in that category at least one day.
So hanging out by the pool, sitting at the pool bar, mask on?
Well, pool bars were closed, unfortunately, so you could not sit at the famous pool bars. So they had people bringing you drinks into the pool. Some of these waiters literally walked into the pool to bring you your drinks, which was pretty cool. But while sitting at the pool, no one was wearing masks. Some people were, but people were in the pool playing pool volleyball. There was no social distancing there. Actually, I saw a couple people actually with their masks in the water. I don't know if they have waterproof masks yet, but restaurants, same thing as here. You wear your mask into the restaurants, and then when you sit down, you take them off. A lot of places had mats, disinfecting mats that you walk onto before you walk into the restaurant. So you disinfect the bottom of your shoes. You were required to put stuff on your hands. Every time you entered a restaurant, they squirt some stuff on your hands.
Did COVID know what time it was? Like 9:30?
It did, yeah. Yeah, everything shut down at 9:30, and then this big black cloud came over. It was pretty amazing. It's very, very odd.
So now, when you come back, did you have to get tested when you come back, or is it not required or suggested? How does that?
Yeah, so my wife did register us. I guess you have a vote.
I do?
Yep.
Oh.
My wife did register us on the Massachusetts website, so Big Brother could track us. And I'm still getting text about the requirement to be quarantined for 14 days. But I will say that I got tested. I do have a negative test, so they say you don't have to be in quarantine.
Is that required that you sign up when you travel for that? Do you have to sign up?
Someone else asked me that yesterday, and I don't know. I think that was voluntary on my wife's part. So I did go to CVS. CVS, you can get tested.
I wondered about that. I
Yeah.
heard that they were having a drive-through.
It's a drive-through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard.
And you do it yourself, which I didn't realize until I got to the window. And I had been tested 2 previous times, so that helped because I knew how far to stick this thing into my nose.
I've had to test myself too. It
Yeah.
does not hurt, but
No.
it's very uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable, yeah.
It's weird.
I mean, it's
How do they know at CVS when you drive through that you got a sufficient sample on your swab?
they actually watch you through the window, and
Oh, okay.
they coach you.
Oh,
And
okay.
like I said, because I had it done 2 times prior, I knew where the
Where
thing
it had
needed to
been
be.
before.
Yeah.
It was.
I can imagine the CBS cheerleader,
Yeah.
back there in the window. That's it.
No,
Stick it up there good.
Yeah, it's an
Swab it
interesting
around.
process. They give you the
There's a
bag.
little mark on the swab. You can see the pink line,
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah,
No, they should. I don't think they do.
No. But there is a marking that I sort of put my finger at, and I made sure it was up there because
Was this the?
Well, you don't want to go again,
No.
Was this
because
the,
of
the rapid test?
No,
Or
no,
this
it
was
took-
the
it took 2
It took 2
days.
days.
Yeah, they say it could take from a day to 3 days. Charlene had the same one done.
See, Chris, all that time with your finger up your nose as a kid finally paid off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All those
Exactly.
years you've been training.
And the finger is bigger than the swab, so.
But you felt safe enough and comfortable in your.
Yeah, and the Mexican people, it looked like, they were following all the rules too, because we did go down
Mhm.
to downtown Cabo a number of times, and we definitely felt like people were doing all the things.
And did I
they were
see the
supposed to
airplane
do.
was pretty full?
Yeah, the both planes. Well, we were on 4 planes because
Right.
we had a connection there and back, and all 4 planes were full, absolutely full. So, but airlines have changed their routes around a lot, so they're not flying as many routes as pre-COVID.
Right.
So I expected the planes to be crowded because
Mhm.
there's fewer flights
Yeah.
these days.
I have to admit, the other day, it's been gorgeous the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you look up and you do see a plane, and
Yeah.
It's
you
strange.
don't see so
Yeah.
many of those.
Yeah, again, going to the airport was definitely strange. But again,
Mike Cordero is asking, what's your favorite spot in downtown Cabo?
oh, well, my favorite spot is a place called The Office.
Yep.
So,
This big, is it that one? Oh
What's
no, it's I was thinking of the elbow room. It's
The
a little tiny one.
Oh,
I
really?
use- There's one that's like this big, so they can probably only let like 2 people in now.
oh, really?
Ooh.
Yeah. you
Oh,
just
wow,
get
no,
all
I
the
didn't go to
stickers
the
all
elbow
over the
room.
wall.
No.
It's like
No.
the elbow room down in Lauderdale, but it's tiny. Sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Speaking of stickers, we did go to Squid Row, which I think is one of the oldest bars or the oldest bar in Cabo. And I did have a Good Morning Gloucester sticker with me, and they have a phone booth in there. I don't think it's working, but there was stickers all over the phone booth, and I put a GMG sticker on it. So anybody going to Cabo, you got to go to Squid Row, really fun bar, and you'll be able to see Good Morning Gloucester sticker on
Why
there.
don't you tell everybody about the stickers, how you can get one?
How you can get one?
Yes.
Jimmy, you need to do it.
Oh, no,
That's
well,
your
I'll
part.
just be off, no.
We don't
but
have any envelopes to open this week.
Not,
No
no,
envelopes.
that's this week.
But
But if
send
you
a
send
pre-addressed
a
envelope,
right.
because Joe won't pay for a stamp.
No,
He won't pay for an envelope.
no,
But if you do want one of these, what's the address, Jimmy?
it's 95 East Main Street. You know, put GMG on the envelope, or you can put Joey's name, or I want a sticker. It doesn't matter. Just put it right on the
Is that
envelope.
posted right on the website, Jim?
I don't know.
I
Ask,
think
the
it is.
producer.
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Well, Joe's the only one who's part of this podcast, so
Yeah,
you
that's
have
true.
to put
Yeah.
Joe's name.
I think
None of
that
us.
I think Caitlin's response to the question about her favorite place in Cabo was "Sir."
Oh, sir, yeah, that's a restaurant and a beach club. We actually, it's 2 bars down from
Oh, okay.
the office, and that's highly recommended. That was really nice. If you're looking to have some good food and also sit on the beach, they have beach chairs you can hang out on. But that's right on the Sea of Cortez, so the scenery is absolutely beautiful. Weather was outstanding. I think I saw 1 cloud in the sky in the 7 days that I was there. But the office is a must visit. I told my boss during my one-on-one with her earlier in the week that on vacation I spent 2 days in the office. She's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "I was at the office." So I didn't have to take those as vacation days. So if you go there,
Oh, it might. Yeah.
no vacation.
and most important, it was your anniversary. Happy
Yeah,
anniversary.
thank you. Yeah,
It's
30
great.
years.
Yeah, that's where my hair went.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. No, it was a great way to celebrate, and glad we're back. Weather is beautiful here.
Yeah, you brought good stuff with you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions from people?
Well, we did go over some questions about Cabo. What was his favorite place? And
No, you asked them already?
yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I just want to make sure you're on.
So people are asking why our names aren't on the
Introduction.
introduction.
One unanswered question that's apparently on people's minds is, did you do any yoga while you were there?
Yeah. I didn't do any yoga, but I think I posted a picture or 2 of me in the gym. I did work
Oh,
out.
okay.
But
So Bo wouldn't be upset.
so Bo wouldn't, so my coaches would not be upset. I have a number of coaches out there.
Number of coaches?
Yeah, well, Marcy
Marcy
Plant,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
my spinning instructor, and Bo, my personal trainer, and
Do you have a masseuse?
no, I'm hoping to get
Work
one
on
of
it,
those.
work
If
on
there are any
Yes,
masseuses.
And you don't have anything to say about your hotel?
Oh, Hard Rock is the place that you have to stay.
Los Cabos.
Los Cabos, Hard Rock, Los Cabos. They have a sister hotel right next to it called Nobu. So if you're the type that wants a quiet vacation, Nobu is probably your place. A little bit more subdued and romantic. But Hard Rock is the place to go if you like action, excitement, great entertainment. But food was outstanding. Service was over the top. And travel agents need you now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Don't forget about the travel agents, because they're suffering. And if you are looking to book a trip, Hard Rock should be top on your list. Call your local travel agent. And if you're looking for names,
Do you know what?
Kate can get you some names of good people.
That would be my wife.
Oh yeah, Kate.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's sweet baby.
Chris, is Los Cabos in Cabo San Lucas, or is it like a little bit out of Cabo San Lucas?
The hotel?
Yeah.
So the hotel is probably about 15 minutes from downtown. So Shal and I actually rented a car, and I would definitely recommend that if you're not staying downtown, you rent a car. It was very easy to get around. Didn't feel unsafe. Very easy, one road from the airport to the hotel. It's about 45 minutes from the airport. One toll. I paid cash, US dollars, and they actually gave me US dollars back, which was pretty cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that was a bonus.
That's cool.
Yeah, definitely at Hard Rock. Cabo is the place to visit.
So Pat, my friend Noah Goldstein last week posted about this deal that they had. So Neil and Ryan Cox, Bradley Atkinson own Fox Creek Tavern, the Lobster Pool, the farm in Essex, and Fuego in Beverly.
Mm-hmm.
And he had posted something that if you go to one of their restaurants in Massachusetts, not the New Hampshire restaurants, and you whatever the bill is, they'll give you 50% of what the bill was on an Amazon gift card.
Well, on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays,
On
you get the
Mondays.
50% reward, and it's not just Amazon. There are many of merchants. We tried it. We thought, oh, this sounds good. This sounds right up my alley.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you guys love Fox Creek Tavern.
and we love Fox Creek Tavern,
So
but
you
we hadn't been to the Farm Bar and Grill in a while, and that's another one of the restaurants that's included. So we went there for lunch.
Including alcohol, which is.
I was gonna
Yes,
say,
and the
Yeah, Pat, that's huge.
yeah, Jesus.
and it's I mean, if the
is there a
youth,
maximum?
Let me turn Pat off me.
I know, Pat. You're gonna bankrupt that place.
Jesus.
yeah,
It's like
well,
the fat kid at the buffet.
yeah.
The Chinese guy
Yeah.
comes out. He says, "No more for you.
Hey,
No more for you. You leave now. You leave now."
Good morning, Donnie. You joined us at a good time.
I was that kid.
Well,
It is, everybody's getting used, at least our experience so far has been that everybody's getting used to the app. They helped us, we helped them figure little pieces. You have to check in using the app in order and then take a picture of your receipt, which has to be in a certain time period after you check in, and then it gets applied. And it worked. I see
so
it
do
in
you
my
have
account.
a physical receipt or is it an online receipt? Not receipt. Reward card.
It's all online. It's all the app. I
So-
put the link in the notes.
So you have credits in your Amazon account from this.
Well, I have to apply them. Their credits right now are in my seated account. That's
Yeah.
the name of the app. And then I'm going to transfer them to Amazon when I rack up a few more.
So how many do you have now? Like, what would prevent you from doing it right away?
I don't know.
Just
I don't know.
Just haven't got-
Using the
I
points.
just have
Busy with you busting her miles, Joey. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. It's just, some people are like savers and
Maybe,
some people are,
Yeah.
that's probably preoccupied with all of her hummingbirds.
yeah, that's probably it right there.
the bald eagles right now. We moved on to
Well,
bald
we
eagles.
moved on
She's
to
upgraded
Eagles.
to bald
That
eagles.
is true.
Let's
Another one in the backyard last night, right at sunset. Oh my God.
They
Perfect.
drove all the way to Methuen because
Yes.
they got a report of a bald
We-
eagle in Methuen.
We did.
They get home and there's one sitting in the backyard.
Yep. Yep.
Is there
That's
an
happened
app for that
twice.
where you can actually track these where they pop up?
Actually, you can. And along those lines, as an aside note, snowy owls are back in Massachusetts.
Really? Wow. I haven't
According
heard
to my
snowy owls in
daily
a while.
alerts.
They're not gonna
Yeah.
close any
Oh my
beaches,
God.
are they?
I don't think
So
so.
we're gonna have to. So do we have to do a disclaimer on the snowy owls now?
Yeah. But I would encourage you to try the Seated app and support the local restaurants. For the month of November, the 50% reward is in place. I think it's typically,
Is that part of the No Not
15 or
November
20.
movement?
yeah, it's right in the same.
The same thing as No
Yeah,
Not November.
Yeah. Artie Churchill's wondering what does this have to do with the fish industry? So
What'd you say?
Artie Churchill has commented, what does this have to do with the fish industry?
What does that mean?
I don't exactly know, but maybe
he's
he's looking
tuned out
for,
for the last several years.
Maybe-
Maybe when
we'll see.
was just all
Maybe
about
Good
fishing.
Morning Gloucester.
Anyway.
maybe.
Maybe been absent from class for a while.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing that happens in Gloucester, apparently, for some people, if it's not fishing, you should fucking, you gotta move the fuck out. I guess.
So I put a link to the app in the notes if anybody's interested. It's like a no-brainer. It's one of those no-brainer kinds of things. So,
Yeah, no, we love no brainer
right.
when everybody
Right.
wins, and that's definitely a no
And
brainer.
our two favorites are the Farm Bar and Grill and the Fox Creek Tavern. Those are both favorites of ours.
I thought you had in the notes that you loved Oliver's Harbor too. You're off the Oliver's Harbor.
We have a whole cycle of favorite places. Minglewood, the Serenity restaurants are on there for sure.
Yeah.
And there's a whole cycle of them. It's hard to keep up,
Yeah.
but I do it for the sake of the blog.
Well, I appreciate it.
The research.
Well, you're
Yes,
using your
yes.
stipend. You're
Yes,
using your
yes.
stipend.
You get 50%
We get
rewards for
every-
the blog
every
too?
week.
Right? Yes.
Speaking of new restaurant, Taj, you gotta give us the.
Yeah.
You went to Taj.
Very good.
I did.
You go. You've
Oh,
gone
you
to.
went?
I have. How about you? Got
Oh,
anybody
you
else
Chris,
here go to Taj?
You feel this one.
No.
It's
I
gotta
just
be-
went once.
Yeah,
and,
me too.
And it was very nice what they've done with the place.
Yeah.
And I like curry anyway.
Mm.
I've been to the islands and I like the curry dishes down there. It's very comparable
Yeah.
to that. I got like a white jasmine rice, and I ended up getting the I think it was a pineapple chicken curry dish,
Mm.
which was not small.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah. The
portion.
It
portions
was
are
a good,
huge.
good portion.
Yeah.
And then again, like with the rice, and then they had this, I forget what they call it, you might remember, but it's like a flatbread
Naan.
naan, yes.
Yeah.
And they had like a garlic option,
Yeah.
or garlic butter option, and another option that too as well. So
I haven't been yet.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
bartender was really good, really
So
knowledgeable.
did you
and
eat
stuff.
there? Because I see it on they kind of promoting, like they almost like pushing you that they'd rather you like take it to go. Did you order it online or did you order it?
No,
there?
I actually walked in.
You walked in.
I walked in and I
So you
sat
can't
down
eat
and
there.
yes.
And how many of the what time did you go there and how many of the tables were taken?
I went rather late for me in the evening for dinner. It was probably like around 8ish, 8:30.
No, anybody could have sat down? Were the other
It was
seats
available for people that would like to sit down at that
Okay,
hour.
that's
Yeah.
what I'd like to know. Okay.
I was there 6:30. There was someone sitting at a table, and then when we left, there were two other tables occupied. So there was decent flow at the tables, but very active with takeouts, like you said. So they don't have many tables, so I think maybe that's why they're promoting the takeout. But to Scotty's point, if you like Indian food, it's well worth visiting Taj and trying things out.
I would
No, that's actually located at formerly people might remember it as Alchemy.
Happy Belly, Alchemy.
Belly,
There's
yeah.
been like 7
There's
restaurants.
been a few different things, and they keep changing the theme to kind of add a new flair to the spot all the time. And this one is the Indian. So
Yeah.
you had a question, Joe?
My daughter Mia, she had the pumpkin soup. They had pumpkin soup there that was outstanding. I mean, as Scotty mentioned, the portions are huge, so she didn't finish it all. I got to try it, and if you go pumpkin soup, especially
That
this
sounds
time
good.
of the year,
Yeah,
it's
sounds
very
good.
good.
Big fan. Yeah, I have not.
Good morning, Pat.
Check it. Give us a rundown. Some new names.
Your mom,
Hi, Mom.
Chris
Hi, Mom.
Thompson,
She didn't get that.
Mike Coder,
Got that right.
Donna Artizoni. Hi, Donna.
Hi,
We miss
Donna.
you. Kate,
Hi, Kate.
My Kate.
your Kate.
Hey, Kate.
I love you.
Okay.
Robert Annette Banks.
Still, I love that name every time she says it.
They
Every
come,
time
you
she
make me
says
say it, and
Make
then
me smile. Yeah.
And I've reminded everybody to hit the share button. Brenda Grimes Davis comments delicious pumpkin soup at Taj.
Yeah. Brenda Grimes Davis has gone there. I'm glad that she's into that. Let me see here.
You want me to hold it over here, Joey?
Yeah, I know. I'm so blind.
You need
So
a teleprompter?
Jimmy, why don't you give us a little rundown? So Wednesday, the Veterans Day assembly. You had a part in this.
Yeah, they can't do the traditional Veterans Day assembly where people can come and see it. It's with the COVID rules and everything. It's not happening. So Adam Kukuru and Pete Ciaparini, they got together with the Veterans Organization and they created. They filmed a tribute, the annual tribute in City Hall, and which they had mayor, she came on and she had a great opening speech. And then we had guest speakers was the police chief, Ed Conley. He was a
Friend of the podcast.
it was wonderful. He talked about his experience, and we had the politicians there. They were Bruce Starr came in. And I don't want to do a spoiler alert, but I've got to tell you that Alexandria Grace, her singing, she had a couple of moments where she did a number where she took a familiar song people are familiar with, and she put in different words to honor the veterans.
Oh, wow.
Did you have goosebumps?
Oh, absolutely, especially in the city hall, how it just echoed
Acoustics.
right out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Amazing. She's
and
amazing.
You know it too.
I've heard her sing at a few of these
oh,
events.
it was amazing. And then they asked me to play taps at the end, and
That's gonna be
that was
the pot.
that was it was really touching because
Oh, that was a callback, right, Jim? You did that last year as well.
well, actually, I didn't do it for Veterans Day.
Oh.
That was Memorial Day. They piecemealed one, 1623 Studios, I guess, piecemealed one. And they asked me if I would play, and with Joey's help, he filmed me down at the Man at the Wheel. So they piecemeal one together, but this time they said they were going to do one complete one. So we put it all together, and it was just a wonderful thing. And it's check your TV channels. I mean, they're going to have
1623 Studios is gonna stream it Wednesday, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So we'll when they send us a press release, we'll put it up there for them.
Yeah, I'm looking for a link, but I can't find it just yet, so.
I don't think they're in the offices at 1623 Studios.
Right, so
So
we'll have to wait a bit.
we'll have to wait.
Look to the blog for.
But it was a fitting tribute. Wonderful. Good speeches, good music.
Oh, your guests are popping in.
Good, because we're gonna have a few minutes. We're gonna have them in. Jimmy. Also along those lines, Jimmy, you've been doing. I recognized you last week for your fantastic job co-hosting with Lisa Olson for the Gloucester High School field hockey team, and I just wanted to recognize the great work you guys are doing with Jim Capillo.
Oh, Jim and
Take
Lisa.
that
I mean,
live.
they're a team. They're solid. I mean, Lisa just comes in and she sits down, gets right to work. She knows all the players. She tells wonderful stories about some of the players and their families. And it's just so much fun. And Jim is spot on with his camera work. And I'm just coming in I'm glad to be a part of their team, and just talking about field hockey. Just letting them know some rules that people are asking. Why exactly is all that whistle blowing? So having a little fun with that. We have another one. They are going to be home Monday. I believe we're taping it. I'm not exactly sure just yet, but Monday. And this is pretty much the last week. There is no playoffs for Vol Sports.
I love how they handled the senior week. You guys did a nice tribute for the families. I love the way Gloucester Sports handles their last games, and they bring the family on the field. They hand them some flowers or something, and then they take a photo with the parents.
Oh yeah, it was COVID. I mean, it was that all the players got together, and they made a big tunnel, and they kept the seniors on one sideline, and they had the parents over in the area, very safe. The kids came running through the tunnel. I don't know how they didn't get tired running through that tunnel. It was so long, and they got all the way up there. Some of the younger students handed them flowers, and then they walked right over to mom. Then they took a photo, and then the parents quickly got off the field so the next person would come down. They timed it. It was all COVID safe. You would never think
Really cool.
a senior moment would have to do that, but they did a great job.
This is what I noticed. I'm going to give a tip for the next time that they do it. I saw Brian LaFada had a camera, and then there was someone with another real camera,
Yes.
and they were both taking the photo at the same time. And when you do that, I noticed in the video, some of the parents were looking at this way, and some of the parents were looking this way.
Look at this camera, look
It's the
at
story of my life.
Yeah,
The story of my life at pretty much every event.
every event, everybody wants to take
I
photos.
usually have Sabathia's phone, my own phone, and then the camera, and then,
But there were 10 seniors for Gloucester and 9 for Saugus.
10 seniors. How many did they carry on a roster?
Well, the varsity, I think they had like 14, 15 players.
So-
Wow.
So they're retiring
Big turnover. Wow.
10,
Yeah.
over 60% of the team.
A big percentage.
And well, it's a well-oiled machine. I'm sorry they can't go much further to prove that. But 10 seniors, congratulations. As I kept saying, It was the first of the seniors because a lot of them play 2 sports, if not 3. So I'm hoping that there'll be other senior moments, you know, during the year that they will play.
Jim, I gotta say, I hope you don't have any senior moments yourself.
Too late.
The leaves are coming down.
Thanks, guys.
The leaves are coming down, and my trees, my yard looks like a mess right now. But I have this thing. So I had someone that used to take care of the leaves, and I told the person, don't come to do the leaves until all the leaves are down off of the trees. And he didn't come. He came in halfway through, which meant, and then he charged me for fall cleanup, fall cleanup isn't cheap. I was very upset because then, like, you might as well not have done anything as far as I'm concerned. How do you guys handle? I want to go around and ask everybody how they handle, because we started doing it ourselves now. How do you guys handle your leave situation? Do you do it midway? We're gonna start with Paul. Do you do it when half of the leaves fall and then go back and finish it up, or do you do it? You wait for all of them to be done and then have it done then?
Well, we leave the leaves on the beds.
To mulch.
They mulch.
Yeah.
And actually, back when I had 4 acres to mow, I would, the big bobcat, 48-inch bobcat, walk behind, and I would just mulch up the leaves as I mowed and leave them there for the winter.
Feeds the grass.
Feeding the grass.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Kim Smith said that that's the way to go. I like to have a nice clean yard. What about you, Chris? How do you handle it?
Well, actually, yesterday, we did some raking and blowing of the leaves in my yard, only because my next door neighbor shamed us doing it in a nice way. I live across the street from Tony the barber, and he has the most meticulous lawn in all of Gloucester. He's out there once, sometimes twice a day,
Measuring
literally measuring the height of the grass. But he's got not a leaf blower, but a leaf vacuum cleaner, and one leaf at a time, every leaf underneath the tree. And he's been very active the last week or so because the leaves are blowing from my yard into his yard, and I feel really bad about it. So that's why we did some raking yesterday. But there's more to fall.
So you rake and you blow and rake, or you just rake, or do you blow?
It was a tag team effort. Charlene, we switched raking, and
Charlie did the blowing and you did the raking? So how?
For those of you that are just tuning in, we're talking about
Who handled the blowing?
we're talking about landscaping. For those of you that just
Exactly.
What's the rating of this podcast?
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, it's a legitimate
Oh, you should see the
Fluctuates.
Here's, that's our almost 9:40 segue.
We
Almost.
switched
Almost.
back and forth. We both blew.
You blew. Interesting. Scotty Mac, how would you say is what's the best tool for the job? A rake or a blower?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate enough to live in a condo where that service is provided for us, so I don't have to do that at home. However, at my girlfriend's house, she would give you a different answer than I would give. She likes to totally rake the yard because she likes the workout.
Yeah.
So for that, she gets enjoyment out of it. It's more a peace of mind. She's out there, and that's her own little world in her backyard. It's a sanctity. So she likes to rake. However, when she wasn't home one day, I come over with the leaf blower and thought I was doing a great thing. I did get thanks for it, but I blew the whole yard out. And 2 days later, the leaves were all back again. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. I don't think there's a real proper way to do it. It's personal preference, but most people like to wait until all the leaves have fallen and then do it. And then just to touch on your point about fall cleanup and the fee, it's a lot of work, and I do that for work, and it's not easy. So a lot of people don't want to pay twice. And you can't keep up with the busy season in the fall. I mean, we bring extra guys on the crew just to get the cleanups done with the leaves because there are so many.
Yeah. Does your company have the vacuum cleaner that brings all the?
Yes, there's an industrial size tube with a leaf suck machine basically that will put it up into the
Right into the truck.
the bed of the truck.
The blower
And you
or the
actually-
sucker?
Yes. Couldn't resist, could you? But this is,
Oprah,
but then
Brenda
you also have
Grimes
to-
Davis is reminding us.
you also have to be careful on those machines that you don't suck up the branches and twigs and
Twigs and the
dog
berries.
toys that you might not see underneath the leaves and different
logs
stuff
and
in the
the
yard.
Franks and the beans.
Franks and beans, chipmunks and squirrels. I don't know.
Piping plovers.
Yeah, be careful for the
There has
bugs.
been no chipmunks or squirrels hurt.
Let's take a look at this podcast. Yeah, how do you do it?
So yeah, I think it's better to leave them for the environment, for the insects and the ecology and all that, and for the mulching, and it protects your beds. So we try to leave most of them, but
Do you mulch them before you leave them, or do you just
just
leave
leave them. Just leave them. Get them all in the spring.
There you go.
But for the grassy part, there's definitely some raking and blowing going on there.
You're blowing.
Anything, Joe?
You know,
Sal?
Yeah, we're pure rake, and we keep up with it.
Straight rate.
Yeah.
So you go week by week. You just
Yeah,
try
yeah.
to
But
keep on
I'm
top.
bringing Ann's info back home,
There you go.
making the case for leaving it there.
yeah.
Nicole?
Yeah, we don't have a big yard anymore, but when we did, it was more like keep up with it a little bit for curb appeal and for the neighbor's sake, and just so we didn't look like the eyesore of the neighborhood. Just a lot of raking, sending the boys out more just to give them a job to do, and then doing the hardcore.
Did you
end
pay
of
the boys to
season.
do it, or is that as part of the living expenses?
Part of the expenses.
Ah, that's good. That's solid. And Jimmy, you got the upper 40 and the lower 40?
Yes, I have the Ponderosa. I had the 2 acres. I didn't have 4, Paul, but we had 2 acres. I would wait for that one last cut.
Yep.
And I would, my son always used to call it Dad's manicuring the lawn for everyone.
Nice.
I would make sure that it was all, I'd blow it out because I have woods all around me. So God put it there for a reason. I just gave it back. And I put it over there because my big thing was if I let it sit, when the snows came and the spring came, what a soggy,
Yeah.
heavy,
Right.
where the lawnmower couldn't do it, I had a rake. And I don't mind raking, but wet, soggy, sticking to the grass.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
It's a lot.
So I just want to take care of it. So when the snow finally goes, I actually see a lawn.
I remember at the beginning of COVID, they shut down the place in Ravenswood where you could put the leaves. What do we call that place? The compost.
In Dogtown?
compost.
Yeah, Dogtown.
Dogtown, the composting, yeah.
Is it open now, do you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is open. Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
good to know.
That's good.
Yeah.
Uh,
In fact, it's open, in November, it's open every Saturday. It's
Oh.
usually the one Saturday a month, but in November, it's every Saturday.
Oh, there you go.
Breaking news,
There you
earthquake,
go.
earthquake.
We have,
4.2
oh, wow,
Where?
where?
outside of New Bedford.
New
So,
Bedford?
yeah,
New Bedford, Massachusetts?
yeah.
I wonder if there's gonna be a tsunami.
So, yeah, I know, shit.
Okay, you've got people waiting
All
in
right,
the
hold on
wings
one
here.
second.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go over if people share, if you share the podcast right now, if you're on Facebook with us and share the podcast, you have a chance to win 3 prizes. Pauline Bresnahan donated this is the dipshit, which we tried last week, was fantastic. Safathia donated a Dunkin' Donuts, you see inside of there, Dunkin' Donuts $10 gift card and this YMCA water bottle.
Stop and Shop pickles.
And this awesome towel, very plush. Nicole, you get to fold this again, Nicole.
Excellent.
It's
Sounds good, boy.
from Donna Artizoni is selling these. So
Egyptian cotton.
Egyptian Pima cotton with the it's super fluffy, high thread count,
Absorbent.
very absorbent. Yeah, there you go. So we got that. Now we're gonna bring our guest. This is the highlight of the podcast. I saved the best for the last. Awesome Gloucester, Persistent Productions. A lot of peas,
Christ,
popping
it's
peas,
spitting all
popping
over.
peas. I'm supposed to have a thing.
Spitting all over.
And Cape Ann Museum on a short documentary on the creation of the Fish Workers Mural. Joining us will be Dana Wolf, Josh Falk, Mike Rogers, and we already have Sal Zarilli and Ann Malloy with us. You want to bring them on screen?
They're on, they're on.
Oh, fantastic.
There's another guy.
There they are.
What?
There's a third person.
Yeah, what's the
Get around the
answer?
corner. 1, 2, 3.
We got them.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
We got them.
Yep.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Very good.
Good. The audio's here, too. We got that going for us.
Excellent.
Who wants to take? Sal, do you want to take it? Because you were the one that contacted me?
Yeah, for sure. So I'll introduce it and then
Why don't you sit in this chair? And I'll sit back.
Yeah, promote it. I've only been
There you
40
go,
minutes.
promote it.
Wow.
Jeez, moving up though.
So this is we're going to be talking about a mural and a film that was made about the mural. And just to introduce the people who are involved, we have Mike Rogers from Persistent Productions. We have Josh Falk and Dana Wolf from Studio Fresh. Ann and I are representing Awesome Gloucester. So over the summer, Studio Fresh put a mural on Ocean Crest, Neptune's Harvest building down in Fort. And while that project was taking place, Mike and his team made a documentary film about the mural and what it is intended to represent. That film is going to be released this Thursday, November 12th, 6:00 on the Awesome Foundation, Awesome Gloucester Facebook page. And then there's going to be a community discussion that takes place Thursday at 7:00 about the mural, the film, and the people that both are intended to represent. So that's it in a nutshell. I don't know if you guys, and you want to add anything that I might have missed or talk a little bit about the roles that you played.
I would like to say if anybody listening has people in their family that work on fish or worked on fish back in the day, women especially, but anybody, would really like you to join in on Thursday night and be part of this discussion, because those are the stories we want to hear and those are the people we're honoring with the mural. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, I'll jump in. And also echo the same thing. And we hope that everyone can join us. The film will go live at 6 p.m. as Sal said, and the film's a 5-6 minute film. The reason we are putting it out an hour before kind of the question answer session is just let people kind of watch it on their own time. Write down your questions. Come on to the live question and answer session where we'll have all three of us, plus we'll have three of us, meaning Awesome Gloucester, Studio Fresh, Persistent Productions, and then we'll also have K-Band Museum. And yeah, the hope is, as Ann said, is we get to hear some more stories that we weren't able to capture for the film, but also hear a little bit about the motivations behind the art that Studio Fresh did, and we'll be describing just a little bit about our process and why we were interested in the project as a whole. So we look forward to the event.
Who is Studio Fresh?
Right here.
Yeah. We might as well say something since we're on here. Yeah, myself and Josh here are Studio Fresh. We're a local mural company. We do a lot of hand-painted creative projects, from signage to murals. And some of them are more creative, like this one, that really have a lot of community roots and impact. And some of them are a little less creative and more execution-based. But yeah, we were really excited to be brought in on this project. It was awesome to work on something locally, as both of us live in Cape Ann. It was really awesome to put something down that we can see locally.
Yeah. Do you have some work out there now with
so I mean,
famous mural locally?
We have, I mean, a lot of our corporate work or the work we do for Studio Fresh happens to be inside offices and buildings. I mean, there's probably some that I'm not thinking of. We did the exterior of the Privateer Rum building over in Ipswich. We've done, trying to think of local. Josh, I don't know if anything pops off the top of your head. A lot of our stuff is in Boston, quite honestly. But I know Josh did a local art project on his own that he can speak to. And I have 2 murals in Beverly that I did that are just personal projects. One on Rantoul near the end where the bridge is to Salem, and one on the side of the what's the name of it now?
Barrel House, or
whatever Barrel House changed its name to, that I'm spacing out on right now.
Social.
Yes, Ellis Square Social. That's right.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'd like to jump in and just say the caliber of these people that we have here, go to the Studio Fresh website and look at what they've done and how lucky we are to have them do it here. And Mike, just to give you an idea of the caliber film producer he is, we were emailing back and forth. He's like, I'm a little busy right now. I'm finishing up with Yo-Yo Ma. And when I'm done with that, we're going to, get together for this thing. And we're like, Yo-Yo Ma, really? So this is the caliber we're lucky enough to have here in Gloucester helping with this. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
It was a fun project. I think you're right. The caliber of the team was pretty amazing. The work that you guys did, Studio Fresh, was awesome to see come together. And I hope that the film captures a little bit of what you guys had to go through to get that up on the wall. But I think our team found it really fun to see your process and take it all the way from you guys projecting up onto the wall, tracing what you traced, and then getting in there with some of the paint. But then on the other side, Awesome Gloucester, I think a lot of people probably already know it, but your organization is just amazing. And to be able to conceptualize this, but also to take the idea, Sal, as you said in the interview, and kind of keep at it and stay with it for as long as you did and bring it to fruition is a testament to your organization, to how connected you are to the community. So for us, we're kind of a new company. We've been around for 10 years, but here in Boston anyway. And it was really fun to connect with everybody, and as Josh and Dana said, do something that had a local flair to it, and will live on for a long time.
Yeah, just to add, I mean, obviously there's tremendous talent. I mean, the film is great, the mural is great. There's also a tremendous amount of generosity that was poured into this project. Like Cape Ann Museum gifted photographs that we used for the film and the mural. We had someone in the community offer a matching grant to help cover the costs of the mural. Kyle White donated the scaffolding that the artist used to make the art possible, given the height of the wall. And I'm sure I'm forgetting people, but there was a tremendous amount of support from lots of different people in the community to get the mural done and to get the film done. So it really was a community project from conception to completion. Very inspiring.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have happened if you were. Sal, it was all you're doing, though. You the way you were on the ground. A lot of the clients we deal with don't offer the support that we got from you and Ann. So we appreciate the fluidity and how smooth it went throughout the process. So it's good.
I have a question. Did I because I had to take care of a boat? Did you talk about the premise of it? What is going to be seen on it? What
No.
No, maybe we should talk about that. Get people excited about it.
Yeah, I'll jump in, Sal. I'm sure you have something to say as well. But in terms of the film, the nice thing about film is that it's just another medium where people who might not be able to get to Gloucester can understand what happened and the people who are behind it. I don't think it should replace the idea of going and seeing the mural for yourself. But the event that's going to happen next Thursday, the idea is that we'll all be together. We'll talk a little bit more about kind of how Studio Fresh got involved, and I'm going to pepper questions at Sal and Ann as to where the idea really came from, kind of a little bit behind the scenes of how the film was made in terms of some of the same questions that I asked them during the interviews. But then I think the hope is that we get to hear from some people who might not have had the opportunity to tell their story in the film during that question and answer. Also hear from Cape Ann Museum, who are of course very local and were a great resource for us as filmmakers, a great resource, but also for you guys, Studio Fresh. When we were with you were telling us about the images that they were sending you, and you guys going back and forth with them. But the premise of the film is very simple. We just wanted to capture the efforts that were being put into this project from Awesome Gloucester and from Studio Fresh, and that really is the basis of what the 5.5 minute film is about. It's really to try and drive traffic to get people to come and see the mural for themselves.
Can we speak to the content, what it's about, though? Like, I understand this is a film about a mural being put up. Can we speak about what is going to be, like, what the mural is?
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
It's women packing and cutting fish. It's a fish cutter and it's a lumper, but it's all to pay tribute to the people that work on shore on fish, like Joey and all the people that are still keeping it alive and all the people in the past, and how hard the woman worked way back in the day. This was not easy work. Up very early, and there was still, we had a huge amounts, thousands and thousands of pounds of fish, and they would have to cut it and pack it, and we didn't have all the conveniences of today, so they had to process that fish and get it off the floor, and they were working many, many hours, and then they still had their families to take care of, and their husbands were out fishing.
When you
So
say, I'm just trying to have a
they didn't
question.
have that at
When you
home.
say back in the day, what time frame does this represent from start to where the film brings to the mural? When do you actually start the timepiece?
60s and 70s.
Yeah,
that was like
when was
heyday.
that picture taken?
That picture, we have
Woman.
There's an image of
40s,
women
I thought,
processing
yeah.
fish, yes, of late
40s,
1940s. Yeah.
Thank you.
But it's really to pay tribute for the
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
time frame, and including today. There's still plenty of women and plenty of other people working on fish today.
Yeah,
It's not all about past; it's current also.
I'm just curious as to where it started and where you brought us to within the mural.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, the origins of the spark for the project goes back about 10 years. We were doing oral history interviews with people who lived down the fort. And we were doing an interview, and a woman stopped the interview. We were still filming, and she said, I just want to say something that's really important to me. We give a lot of love and respect to fishermen, and of course we should. We give a lot of love and respect to fishermen's families and wives, and of course we should. But the women who worked in this industry, who actually work in the industry, generally don't get enough credit. They're not really spotlighted by the community. And I had never really thought about it that way. My mom was a fish packer, and it was like something I took for granted. So when we started kicking ideas around amongst us in Gloucester about we want to do something, not just fund something, we have ideas too. We started kicking the idea of a mural around, and we landed on this idea of creating something that would respect and honor women in the industry, but also, everybody who works on, like Ann was saying, who works on fish on land.
There were lines at Empire, at Ocean Crest. There was North Atlantic. There were lines of packing lines. The fish would be offloaded, dumped out, weighed, tallied, onto conveyor belts into big pens. From the pens, they would go up to the cutting tables where they would cut the heads off of what they needed to do. In my case, we packed a ton of whiting here, so there was a ton. They would process between 20 and 30,000 pounds of whiting here, and then it went from the cutting room into these scale, big huge things that would descale the whiting, then onto another conveyor where there were women on either side, and they were packing the fish into the boxes. We sold a lot of fish to A&P fish market. Supermarkets around the country, and then it would go down. There was a couple women that they would weigh them into 1 pound or 5 pound boxes, and they'd go down another conveyor. A wrapping machine would wrap them, and then it would go into pans, sheet pans, where they would stack them up and bring them to the blast freezers. The blast freezer that's the final kind of destination for Gloucester, and then they would get shipped out around it. But the freezing. Bird's eye and the whole process of freezing fish, started this whole thing.
Yes, all the labor that you're describing at every step of the way, that's what the mural is intended to honor.
Right, that's what I was trying to get. Just kind of talk about making the thing. I know it's wonderful you made a film about making this, but the lifeblood of this film is the women that are in it.
One quick question about the mural itself: is it depicted in black and white, or just color, or both?
It's color, but I let the artist.
It's a monochromatic image, so it's all kind of almost a sepia tone. We thought it'd be a good way to kind of keep it simple and able to portray all the contrast and imagery properly. So
it's beautiful.
I can't wait to see it. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you.
Is your grandfather Carlo Shimataro?
No, Carlo was my grandfather's brother.
Okay, so
Captain Carlo.
yeah. So my father and Carlo Shimataro were business partners, and they had Morning Star Fisheries, where the Coast Guard station is now. Yeah. And the city of Gloucester took it by eminent domain to put the Coast Guard station there. And at that point, Carlo went and started Star Fisheries. Yeah. He kept the Star he dropped Morning and just kept Star. Yeah. And my father went over there and bought Progressive Fish Company from his father-in-law.
My grandfather came over here.
Yeah.
We bought up here from from Gordon's Pew had
Yeah.
they had 13 piers,
Yeah.
and they kind of parceled them off, and my grandfather got.
So our families go way back together.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of families that are still going to this day. Obviously it's a tiny fraction of what it was back when things were rocking. But
My grandfather was a lumper. He was in the #1 lumper. So I'm curious to see this. I want to see the winner.
it's gotta be- I can only imagine how
There's a
great
lumper on
this
the
is.
mural.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should drive down and check it out. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's 3 images on the murals. Women processing fish. There's a lumper and then the fish cutter. The fish cutter image, I think you should speak to. It comes from Anne's family. The lumper image comes from this the public archive down the fort. Somebody contributed to there. And the women's image comes from Cape Museum. It was actually, I think it was identified by Griffin Francis, a high school kid who did a little research for us.
Oh,
Yeah.
One of our
Where is this?
one of our number one fans that is always one of the first people that chimes in, Brenda Grimes Davis. Is Brenda still on?
She is.
Okay, ask Brenda to reply how many of her family members worked at this dock, and she can name them. Because it
Captain
wasn't
Joe's.
at Captain Joe's Pack and Whiting. It wasn't just, they came down, like my grandmother worked here with her sisters,
Wow.
and it was this thing
family.
where they came down
Yeah.
early in the morning. They would start, I think, at 7. They would unload the boats before that, so they'd have fish to work on. Then around 7 o'clock, I think when they started. Around 10, they would have mug up, and then they usually finished up, I think, around 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
What's mug up?
Mug up is just have a little coffee break, mid-morning coffee break.
Lost the term.
So has Brenda, there's a little delay, so Brenda may not have replied.
Me, my mother, and my sister-in-law, Brenda said.
Yeah, there was a lot of families came down. And how old was Brenda when she worked here?
She might not want to respond to that. But we'll see.
No,
We'll
because
see.
no, it's interesting. There was a lot of women that were not. There was older women, but there was also a lot of younger women.
Really?
Like they were supporting families. They were helping to support families. And
They mean like teenagers?
yeah, they were. They were like older teenagers and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And just
It was good money.
Yeah,
It was good money, but it was very difficult.
They all say that. They all, like all the women that I run into that used to work on, because I was just 9 years old when running around here with my cousin Frankie, and they all, when I see them on the streets, the people that used to work here, a lot of them are still alive, they'd say how it wasn't like glamorous work, but it was well, they got paid well.
I'm sure it stinks.
Brenda Grimes Davis estimates she was probably 20, and your mom mentions that Aunt Vinci Militello packed 2.
Yeah, Auntie Vinci, yeah. They would,
Vinci.
and they would bring, and the women, the older Italian women would bring cookies down, and they would share it. It was literally, it was like a family.
That's
You know,
awesome.
Yeah. They'd cook the fish and cook the calamari. That's where the calamari started.
And they take like the whiting roe, the whiting spawn, and Bob's Clam Shack was right next door. So they would collect. Some of the girls would collect the whiting spawn in the summer, and they'd go up there and they'd fry the whiting spawn. Oh my God, it was out of this world.
That sounds outstanding.
Brenda says she was paid $7.50 per hour for cutting. It was fantastic money for the day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So my uncle Mike Linquater worked for his father, Leo Linquater, down at Progressive Fish Company, and all the bycatch from the whiting was squid, and there was no market for it. So he would get it and clean it, and he'd cook it, and he'd fry it like clams, and he'd put it on the table for the fish cutters and packers, and it would disappear as fast as he could put it up there.
That's cool.
Years later, flash forward, he buys the Gloucester House restaurant. He's at the Gloucester House, and they ran out of clams. So he went and got some squid and told the cook it up like the clams, and they did, and that's how calamari was invented right here in Gloucester.
Oh,
Look at that. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
That's a piece of Gloucester.
Rhode Island might dispute that.
I got the whole story of how it started.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great. I love that.
I see the guys are writing down quick. They're trying to catch up everything. Really, guys.
I know you have the link to Studio Fresh in there, I'm
Yeah.
sure by now, but well, you've been talking, I'm just looking at their work, but that Sabrasso Taqueria, those guys are still on. I've seen that mural. That's amazing. And they did the Ace ticket.
Yeah,
They
they're
have, their
still-
website has a lot of,
Oh, the
obviously
website
all
has a
their
lot of
work.
the work on it?
Yeah, but these are gorgeous. I can't wait to see our local
I
one.
think the next mural should be here on this building.
A GFG mural?
A GFG mural. This place needs a little, light.
I think they may have standards, and, you know.
Work is amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Check out the website.
Check out the website. I'll put it up again.
Right now we have, I wanted to do the, Sal, can I switch over with you? You guys have anything you want to say in closing?
I just want to say thanks. I really appreciate being invited on and being a part of the project. It's been a pleasure, and we're
It is
excited
beautiful.
for the premiere of the film.
We're looking forward to seeing it. Thanks, guys, for coming on.
Absolutely.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks, everyone.
Been great.
All right. You can take
you.
them off.
Okay.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Hi, guys.
Thank you, bye.
And thank you to.
That was great.
No, that was really
That's why you saved the best for almost last.
Yeah.
So I have right here,
So they weren't the best?
they were the best. No, they were the
We
best.
should do a whole hour on just this stuff.
Yeah,
so
you
it's
could, you
fascinating.
could easily do an hour. I got my, this is 5 years in. You stop.
If
Oh, the
that
knife,
slips,
you're worried about the
that's-
knife, we're gonna circumcise you over there. We're gonna do an unboxing. This is the 2021 calendar. This is the proof.
See what I'm talking
I'm
about?
very excited. I wondered if you were gonna do one this year.
Yep, yes.
You know what, everybody, people love them, so, here we go, this is the,
I love mine.
oh wow, that's really nice. All right, so this is 2021, the new
Ooh,
calendar.
nice and light. The other one, last one was a little on the
A
darker
little
side.
darker side, yeah, so I'm gonna open this up and we will, my eyes are so bad, okay, so we're gonna show here.
Oh, that opens
You
up
might
just
wanna-
like
Yeah,
the
that's-
LSTCD.
Lift it up a little.
So there's that, I'm gonna put,
okay.
I'm gonna put them on,
Gotcha.
that's the cover. Oh,
Gotcha.
thanks, Jim. Right there's good. Here is January.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
good,
going
that's
through the
good.
golf course right
Just a
there,
little
towards
bit
the,
back, yeah, there
towards
we
the
go.
back shore.
Mhm.
All right. That is one of my favorite images. That's super fun. I got to work, I get to work at 4. That's like 4:05 a.m. and the fog was really thick and the two boat, the captains, you could see the silhouettes of the captains talking to each other from the boat right there. That's the Allison Carroll and the Trapper John, Pete Mondello and Chris Orsillo. This one right here, you gotta get close. I love, this is another one I really like. This is waiting for boats in the afternoon, looking down the harbor towards the paint factory. This is another one early in the morning, looking down at the boats in the slip.
Back it up a little and tip it so that the light, there you go, that's better.
He's doing a good job.
Executive producers.
Jimmy,
Yes,
how
dear.
many drinks did you have last night? Your hands a little shaky.
That's good. This is,
Morning.
this right here is the, this right here is the view of the State Fish Pier and the harbor is in the background. I'm in the City Hall's in the background, Gloucester City Hall.
Oh, that's much better.
All right, that's
It's
good.
actually in focus. It's May and it's in focus.
This one right here is
Oh, I like that
a
one.
couple of my favorite lobster.
think that-
Mark Ring and Matt Ring.
I think I commented on that.
Ringo.
It's waiting for that print.
Yeah, that one, I love that shot. And that's
Yeah.
off of Manchester Harbor. Chris, you were on the boat with me when we
Yeah.
took the ride to go get breakfast in Manchester.
So I get royalties.
You get royalties, absolutely.
Maybe
I
down
almost
it.
joined you on that trip. I could have saw the whole thing unfold.
Now, this is a low tide at the dock here.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay. There's another shot looking out.
Always one of my, yeah.
Yeah, this is beauty. A lot of my shots are either early in the morning or late afternoon waiting for boats.
The light.
So in all of my shows and in my things, I always had to have one kind of like grab you by the balls kind of photo. This is a redfish head. And I just love
That's
the
that's
grittiness
on
of
the
that.
wall at Cape Ann Coffee. I
Yeah.
don't know how much they appreciate having that on the wall there, but it is pretty.
I think so.
It's kinda
I like
pretty.
the colors. That's a gritty one. And here's another silhouette. Another, if you come down to anytime you're on the water, or any place in Gloucester, the reason we had so many famous painters that loved it here was because of the light. And anytime you go, you can take that down Jim.
I'm just showing everybody when your birthday is next year.
Okay.
But anytime you,
Every day.
every time there's different, the same scene can be look 100 different ways on any given day.
I have to agree with that. If you've ever been on Warren Blau's Facebook page and you see his sunrises every morning,
Yeah, that's the point.
it's from the same view, but it's different every day.
Every
So
day.
I get
I take the same photograph every
Do you?
single morning, and it's totally different.
Yeah,
That's cool.
the colors of the sky.
Yeah, yours is really nice.
Oh, we're almost done here, so we have to pick. Do you know what's the count on
We are up
shares?
to 11.
11 shares.
Mhm.
People have a good chance. Did you guys share? Because you get a chance to win.
You may already be a wiener.
I'll give you.
I shared it on the Awesome Gloucester page. Does that count?
Yeah, that counts.
Did you invite shares? Probably not. Okay. All
I
right, we're
just
gonna put
shared
you.
it on the page.
All right, if you shared it, that's good. We're gonna do so Pat, we're gonna wait for Sal to share it. And once he shares it, we'll have our number and then I'll enter it into our random generizer. I can't get that. No, 1 week if I got it right. Random number generator. Thank you. All right. So I gotta go.
Paula's wondering if we can order them yet. Your calendars.
Well, I didn't have my glasses on when I was looking at the proof. If
That's just the proof. So you're still.
those are the proof. They're gonna be in, I think, by either Friday or Monday, and I'll put a link probably on Wednesday.
Okay, good.
Are they available digitally also, or is
No.
it just awesome? Good.
No.
Yep.
But you can buy most of those images are in my show at Cape Ann Coffees. Those the framed beautiful prints. Cape Ann G. Clay did that.
Hey Joey, if you want, I can add a prize of some Neptune's Harvest fish and seaweed fertilizer, and they just come to pick it up at our place.
That's where I know you
Pick
from.
one more winner.
And I think, all right, we got 4 prizes.
Wow.
All right, wait, I'm gonna leave this up to you. Should we, because
You want to wait?
you want to wait and make it special next week, or do you want to do it this week?
Whatever you want to do.
I want to wait because I want to make it special because we didn't announce it in the beginning. So
Right.
we-
Okay.
Yeah, I
All
think
right.
next week's a
All
good
right.
idea.
All right.
That's a good
All right, I
idea.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's an awesome
We'll
gift.
pitch the fertilizer too.
Yeah,
All right.
that way we have a chance to
So
do
we're
a
not-
do a
yeah.
whole post about it.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
And now we're up to 13 with these guys. So.
Okay, 1 to 13. I'm gonna do this rate. This one doesn't count because I always gives me
Yeah.
the
What are
weird.
you shaking?
Mhm.
You can't show-
Tell
you
them
can't show- What are you hiding
Tell them
there,
he's a
Joe?
brand new
You
shoe
got
shoes.
full transparency. Full transparency.
No,
Shaking from-
I hold it up there when I do it. This
Yeah.
isn't because
It's the first one always.
First
goes
one
wrong.
always goes wrong. So this doesn't.
No, don't pick that one, Joe.
Okay, all right, we're gonna go right here.
Which prize is this for?
This, oh, no.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna,
Yeah.
explain that. This is how it works. The first person name that gets picked, they have the first option on any of the
Okay.
3 prizes. But if they don't write in which prize they want, and the person that gets picked second writes before them,
So
the
you have to
second
write it on
person
the page.
You have to write. You have to respond. Yeah, right.
So I have to be on to do.
You should be on.
All right, let's do
You
it.
should be on
You
if you
can't
want.
find these pickles anymore either.
All right, here we go. We're gonna do that. So if you win, make sure you write which prize you want, and whoever. Here we go for number 1. Number 8.
Number 8
Yes.
is Carol Mondello.
Carol Mondello finally won.
Yes, she did.
And I
That's
can-
awesome.
All right, Carol, you
Good job, Carol.
get to writing, Carol.
Carol, you have 5 minutes to get down here and pick it up.
No. She can say what she can say
Which one?
which one she wants, and if all right, number 2, number 4.
4 is Paula Ryan O'Brien.
Paula Ryan O'Brien. Okay, so Paula Ryan's probably. Well, I'll be surprised if she doesn't. She won't. And number 3 is number 3.
Number 3 is Mary Shula.
Mary Shula. All right.
Yeah, good
So look for that.
Right. Thank you. It's only
She
been
finally got it.
about. Mike Berlino wants us to run down the prizes again.
Okay, the prizes are a $10 gift certificate and water bottle. Safathia donated this to Dunkin' Donuts.
Carol says she'd like the towel.
The towel.
Oh, so Carol's the first one to
Good
reply.
job.
Yeah, just
Oh,
it.
Paula, sorry, you are just
Yeah, it's true. Shoot
5
late on the
seconds
draw. Late on the
behind
draw.
Carol. Make another pick
And-
on the Dunkin' Donuts
And the
or
dip,
the
or the
dip
dip
shit.
shit.
From where?
From Big Cock Ranch.
So.
Pauline Bresnahan donated.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Yeah,
we
okay.
need- so Paula, you need to pick,
Yeah, sure.
All right, so who was the third winner?
Shula.
Shula. Mary Shula. She may not be with us. But, so you all have 1 week to pick up your gifts. If you
water
don't,
bottle, Paula says.
if you don't get your gift, then it goes back into the prize pack.
Then I get it.
That's how it's going to
And
work.
Mary gets the dipshit.
All right, Jimmy, it's your turn to get in front of the camera. 'Cause
Okay.
you know what time it is.
Yes, sir.
No, where are you?
Oh, I'm gonna go over there? I thought you were gonna move it.
Senior woman.
I thought you were
thought he
gonna
was
get on
having a
the-
heart attack.
You look into the camera, please. Look into the camera.
I got it.
All right, go ahead.
Everything all right, Jimmy? Jimmy?
Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely no piping plovers were harmed in the making of today's podcast. Thank you.
You got some food in your,
And there's another
Mustang.
show